welcome, little monkey quarantine. Get on in here. Seriously, come on in, because we are on the road. I know you love the travel edition. So do we. Although the last one still got me a little nervous. But here we are, season 3, episode 39. Can you believe it?
No, we're not in the same state. Never mind. I was like, are
No.
we in the same state? No.
Oh, wait, no.
No, we're not.
We're one down south, which is amazing. We've been in so many time zones. The fact that if this is actually happening at 7:30 tonight, East Coast time, that's how amazing we are. But it's not 7:30 where we are, but it's season 3, episode 39. We have the cocktail for you. We're in Utah. We got your cocktail. It's the Quarantine Mormon Surprise. Paul, Mormons don't drink. Surprise! Come on in. This is a good one. We gotta shut the door first, because we just don't need everybody coming in. Folks, come on in back and join us. It's time for the cocktail show. I feel like Mr. Rogers right now. I'll turn the fireplace on. I feel like I should change it. I am Mr. Rogers. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood, because guess what? Folks,
This is not
won't you
the
be my
strip show.
neighbor? Not in the script, but I forgot. So you get to see this happen. Won't you be my neighbor? Hi, neighbor. Neighbor, where we live, we believe in polygamy.
No, we don't.
We do in Utah. Here we go. Polygamy. Jump on board. It's what's for dinner. Folks, here we are. Seriously, we are in the great state of Utah. Go Utes, whatever they say. I don't know. And yes, I tried polygamy today. Shelby, you tried polygamy today. You did.
Yes, in a technicality, I will admit, yes.
We were at the brewery,
Yes.
which I can't pronounce, so I won't say it. What's brewery? What's it called?
Yeah, I'm not even going to try to butcher that one either.
All right, anyway. But we had polygamy on nitro. Delicious. Shout out. I'll try to tag you. I'll do better. But here we are in Utah. Now, when I come to Utah and I think about drinking, I think probably the same thing everybody else does. 1879, Huntsville, Utah, Shooting Star Saloon. Yeah, that's right, folks. That's the oldest bar in Utah, 1879. Yeah. And guess what? This bar is possibly the oldest bar west of the Mississippi, some people say. Give you more on this one. It's still in existence today. Survived Prohibition. And yeah, you can go grab a beer right now. And if you go there, just beware. They say it's haunted. So they have ghosts. And if you look, they put dollar bills everywhere. That's the tradition. And there's about 15 grand just on the walls. What's that you say? That's not what you think about when you come to Utah? No, it's not. My guess, because I know my audience very well, more of a spiritual crowd. That's supposed to be funny. And you're probably thinking word of wisdom, right? A little Joseph Smith, little Mormon scripture, right? The Church of Latter-day Saints, the LDS. My goal tonight, by the way, is to always say LDS and not LSD. Let's see how I do. So, the LDS, yes, this is it. So the word of wisdom is what was written by Joseph Smith. And then Brother Brigham Young decided that the place to nest for all would be Salt Lake Valley, Salt Lake City now. And if you're not familiar with some of the general covenants, principles of LDS, got it right, need to kind of ding, it's this. No alcohol, that's the first one, that's a biggie. No caffeine, so no coffee, no soda, no tea, and no smoking. And they believe this is will help them on their journey, make them better. But I will share one little fact you may not know. Brother Brigham, that's what we call Brother Brigham, actually, when he came to Salt Lake, one of the first things he was known to do, he actually drank beer. Now, the reason he drank beer was because a lot of the water was polluted. This is fantastic already. By the way, I've used that excuse. I tried that with the police once. It didn't go over well at all. But the Mormons used to say that if the water was polluted, you could drink beer. And in fact, when they settled here in Salt Lake, one of the first things they did was build a brewery. Paul, are you doing a beer drink tonight? No, I'm just telling you that there's this crossover. So when you take and you look at what happened in 1879 with the Shooting Star Saloon, and then you look at the Mormon Church in Utah, here's what I can tell you. Utah is one crazy place to try to get a drink. Let me just give you a quick history rundown. Ready? Go. 1920. You may not believe this, but that was the beginning of Prohibition. Utah actually opposed Prohibition. The governor knew that it was going to be bad for the state and it was going to be bad for his election. And he didn't want to rely on just Mormons voting for him. So he actually opposed Prohibition. It didn't matter. Prohibition went through. But in 1933, when they had to ratify it, guess what? Utah was the last state to ratify. They waited for every other state to say it was over before they jumped on board. So they were the last state to ratify the 21st Amendment to repeal Prohibition. All right, so fast forward, let's get all the way up. 1969, this is where it really starts getting goofy. 1969, the airplane bottle, aka Barbie Bottle Law. In 1969, Utah said that the only thing you could serve in a drink was one Barbie bottle, 1.75 ounces of liquor.
Would that be a handle for a Barbie doll?
I don't. Oh, wow, that would be. I mean, that would kick Barbie's butt.
That's like a magnum of.
That would be a magnum for Barbie.
Right.
Well, maybe they tried to make it sound better.
Okay. Anyway.
1990. So this is where they really start to get even tighter. They pass a law in 1990 that they have to meter all drinks. And if you go anywhere, as we were tonight at a reception, literally the bottles all have these electronic kind of pour spouts on it. And every time they flip it over to pour, it'll automatically fill, register, click, 1 ounce, that's it. Actually, it could be 1.5 ounces. Because in 1990, it was 1 ounce. That was all you could serve per drink. So cocktails in Utah really were non-existent because you couldn't go, oh, well, I'm going to put 1 ounce of vodka, 1 ounce of, bourbon, and then no, 1 ounce per cocktail, period. So in 2008, it got a little better. They introduced the flavor law. What was a flavor law? The flavor law allowed you to go 1.5 ounces of any main alcohol in the cocktail, plus 1 extra ounce of flavor alcohol. But it had to be on the menu and you had to describe the flavor alcohol as a flavor alcohol. Then, 2009, we finally, if you've ever been here before 2009, they used to have, and Shelby, you know this, you had to become a member. Mm-hmm. And every bar was a club. So when you went in, you had to go through this formality, you had to sign up, you had to register, and I'm like, oh, I'm a member of the club. In 2009, they got rid of it. Here's a little other fact about that. That was because Governor Huntsman, not from Huntsville, where the Shooting Star Saloon is, I'm just tying it back to the beginning. Governor Huntsman was actually a member of the LDS.
Ting.
Got it right again. He was a member of the LDS, and he actually is the one who wanted to get rid of the memberships and clubs because he knew it was killing tourism. So anyway, chalk that one up. 2010, I'm almost done, I promise. 2010, because this is just a crazy law.
Thirsty.
It's they create the law. It's called the Zion Curtain. Now, the Zion is a reference to the Mormon Church. In the Mormon Church, they believe, well, there's a lot of reference to Zion, but they believe that there's basically a wall between the members of the Mormon Church and everybody else that lives in Utah. So they referenced the Zion Curtain, and what it was is that they felt that the youth, this isn't like from the movie, not Utes, but the youth weren't. They should not see alcohol being mixed because it would tarnish them. So they literally created a law that you had to build a curtain, a wall, so that if you were in a restaurant, people couldn't see alcohol being mixed. And some of these were even on the bars. So the bars actually had to put up plexiglass that was frosted. You'd order a drink, and they had to go behind the wall to make the drink and then bring it out to you. That's a real thing. Matter of fact, it got so crazy, in 2016, they created the Zion ceiling, which if you were in a balcony, sometimes you could see down below. They made them put a ceiling over top of the bar so you couldn't see in. Fast forward, folks, it's a little better now. We were here on a Sunday. We were able to drink at a brewery. We were able to order cocktails. Now, all the liquor stores, and that's the only place you can get liquor, they're all closed today. But don't you worry. Paul, make the drink, because guess what? Brought them on a plane. Yeah, we're not messing around. I knew what I was getting into before I got here. Paul, what are we doing? So, it is the Mormon surprise, quarantine style. So here's how it works. This is a mix in a glass drink. And anytime, folks, if you don't know this about me, when I do, oh my gosh, this is not going to work. Shelby likes it when I just kind of do this. This is better, right? But anytime we travel,
my drink's cold.
I always make sure and pick a drink that is able to be done easily without a mixer. That's not always true, but that's what we did. Now, Mormon surprise, easy drink. Vodka, 1 Barbie bottle of vodka.
It's kind of how I started my day today.
It is. This is how the plane started, right? Yeah.
Fun day Sunday.
Fun day Sunday. Oh, can I show them something real quick?
Sure.
I know, I'm making a drink. By the way, folks, if you haven't bought these or gotten these, so today on the plane, you can't bring your own alcohol on the plane, by the way. That's a federal offense, and they really enforce it right now. But you know what you can do? You can bring your own bitters. So, yeah, I was that guy literally on a plane. I had my own bitters, and we got a little vodka, got some soda, but they don't have fruit. They have nothing anymore. So I just crack out the little bit of bitters, and I'm like, boop, 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 boop.
It was perfect.
And they were looking at me like, this guy is a raging alcoholic. Yep. Give him 2. Vodka. Come back in. It is equal parts of white grape juice. So we're just going to, right there. Then you're topping it off with ginger ale.
I feel like it's almost like a communion drink.
Well, we're going to talk about what we think the history is.
Oh.
Then, if you didn't know this, emergency, if you've ever looked on the back, there's a little LDS
Ding, ding.
right there. Got it right again. Oh, wait, maybe that might be LSD. Nope, LDS.
Ding,
Yeah,
ding.
emergency. Latter-day Saints, Mormons. Yeah, this is back. Brigham Young. Brother Young was making emergency way back in the day. And so we're going to sprinkle a little of that right on top of each one. And then garnish it. That's a lemon. But here's the thing. At the bar, because I don't have a knife, we got lime. So we're going to put a little lime
It's
on
just not
each
right
one.
to travel with knives
Yeah.
anymore.
I know. That's a tough one. And folks, there it is. Now, here's the thing. I'm going to be very honest with you, because I always am. There's really, literally 0 to less than 0 information on where this drink came from. So I had to speculate, which is bad, on why this is the Mormon surprise. So Mormons don't like alcohol, caffeine, or anything. So here's what I believe. So first of all, the ginger ale. That is one of the only sodas that Mormons can drink, because there is no caffeine in ginger ale. Naturally caffeine-free. Item 1. Item 2, white grape juice. So there is a belief among some Mormons that Jesus did not turn water into wine. It was actually grape juice. That's a true thing. So boom, there's your grape juice. And then the vodka, that's a surprise. So boom, quarantine Mormon surprise. Ching, there it is. How is it? Oh my gosh. That's a great little drink.
Well, all your vodka's in the bottom.
Well, I pour it on top. It's mixed.
Okay.
No, you can taste it. It's got a little bite because of the vodka, but that grape juice and the ginger ale, very smooth, easy drinking cocktail. I believe I'll give the vodka one more thing. I'm gonna give this a nod to my dad, because my dad, if you didn't see that episode I shared with you, he had this belief.
Screwdriver.
The screwdriver. Paul, you always drink vodka because nobody ever knows you're drinking alcohol if you just drink vodka, because he was a screwdriver man. They just think you're drinking orange juice, which I later realized nobody believes that you're chugging glass after glass of orange juice at a bar at 2 in the morning. So I don't know that that's going to work, but by God, we're going to go with it. And there it is. That is your quarantine Mormon surprise. Oh, last thing I'll leave you with. Here's another fun thing, and then we're done. I promise we're done. But I never knew the difference between a bar, a tavern, and let's throw in a restaurant. But in Utah, by law, those are all very different things. So first of all, a bar has to have a sign on it that says, "This is a bar. We do not serve food." Because a restaurant has to say, "This is a restaurant." Not only do they serve food, if you order a cocktail at a restaurant, you have to order food. That's a law. And then, if you're wondering what's the difference between a bar, a restaurant, and a tavern, a bar serves alcohol. A tavern in Utah can only serve beer. So, if you come visit our house, I guess you're coming to a bar. Because we don't always serve food. But folks, you're always welcome. Here it is. Quarantine Cocktail Show. There it is. Hope you enjoyed it. I think we got it all in. Did we do it?
I think we did.
All right. Thanks for coming. Thanks for coming on our travels. We'll see you next Sunday. By the way, you get yourselves ready. We have such an epic fundraiser coming up. It's going to blow you away. So anyway, folks, love you. Good night. Cheers.
Cheers.
Good night.